for our final segment with representatives of Guam's Island Species-Led Action Course. We'll talk about the variety of species that participants are concentrating on saving from extinction. Once again, we are talking with Jamie Copsey and Dr. Carl Jones with the Doral Wildlife Conservation Trust. Now we have a new guest joining us on studio. Let's just talk a bit more about the Guam rail and how this fits into the whole equation of this course.
This is a Guam rail, or Coco, and this one's called Chetu. He was bred here in captivity by the Department of Agriculture, and he's one of the ambassadors, if you like. He's the one that is telling the world about the wonderful work that's being done. He's a very, very tame bird. What you've got to realise, if it wasn't for the action of the Department of Agriculture, this bird would now be extinct.
Would be gone.
It has been saved from extinction by captive breeding. And there are now over 100 birds in captivity at the breeding centre. But what we want to make sure is that in the future, these birds will be free again. They've already started releasing them on Rota, where they're beginning to do very well there, and we want to see them back in various parts of Guam itself. But what's very interesting is that worldwide, this particular case is of great value because it's showing the world what can be done with critically endangered species. And we came to Guam because we work with endangered species. We'd heard of the work with the Coco and we wanted to see it firsthand. We'd also heard about the terrible problems that you have with brown tree snakes. And so this island has some of the major problems, but also some of the successes. So for us, this was a very, very important island to come to. And it's very nice to see the sorts of cooperation that exists on this island between the different departments that have helped us, and the enthusiasm for our work. Senator Espadon opened the course for us and has expressed a great deal of interest and helped the course in various ways. And we've had lots of help from the Department of Agriculture and from the Refuge and so on. So there's a lot of openness to try and solve the problems. But when you look at this wonderful bird, it shows what wonderful hope there is for the future.
So let's just talk about that a little further. How do you think the Department of Agriculture is doing then with the whole Cocos Island plan to kind of revive the Coco bird?
Well, I think it's a wonderful step forward. And of course, putting the Coco on Cocos Island is the first step. Then we should put Micronesian kingfishers, perhaps in the future crows, and maybe even bridal white-eyes and some of the other species that disappeared when the snake was introduced here. But it's really important that we do something with the crow. The crow, which is now only found on Rota, we've got to try and bring it back to Guam. There's only 1 or 2 left on Guam and it'll soon disappear here. But we've got to make sure that we can find ways of bringing it back. So this program that started with the Coco has got to expand to the other species, and this is the flagship for the work in the future.
Is this program similar then to others that you've seen take flight, so to say, in other places?
It is similar, yes. I've worked for 30 years working on endangered bird species in the Indian Ocean, and we've got similar problems, and we've had some successes with those as well. I think from sharing our experiences and examples, we can actually do a great deal to bring back these critically endangered species. But this one is such a charismatic and wonderful creature.
They are.
And not only must we bring it back because it belongs to Guam, but you just think what a wonderful asset it would be for Coco Island and for the tourists that go there. This is a very, very special bird.